I said, no, this is my chair. My father bought it for me. My father made. So I was standing helpless. I started crying. I was like, because now I have no power. The teacher is saying that I'm not going to take it, and I know that this is my chair. And I was standing at the door of the class, and while my class is on, they're not waiting for me.
Right.
And I'm standing in the other class waiting, trying to appeal to the teacher that this is my chair. But because the girl's father, I think, is one of these connected with the government people, so the teacher also didn't want to do that because I guess,
right.
you know,
sure.
because of the girl's father's position. So they're trying to take advantage. So I stood by the door there crying until the principal of the school saw me. He said to me, "What are you crying?" I said, "My chair is inside here and this girl is sitting on it, but the teacher is saying I'm not going to take it." So my teacher said, then the principal said, "Why? We're going to see. Let's see. Are you sure it's yours?" I said, "Yes, it's mine. My name is written under it." So they went there. As we went there, the principal called the teacher. He said, "Why?" He said, the teacher is insisting that it's not my chair." I said, "My name is written there. Just look at it. If my name is not there, then it's not that one." So he said, "What's your name?" I told him my name. And then they told the girl to get up. So the girl get up, and then they look at the chair, they turn it, and they saw my name there. And the principal said, "Oh, of course, it's his chair. He has to take it. Why don't you tell your dad to buy your chair?"
Right?
Yeah. So they said, "So you took," the teacher was there. The teacher was also like, "Yeah, you know, his father is this and that." And that. They were trying to show us that his father is that. The principal said, "No, that doesn't matter. This is his father bought his sweat from his sweat. The chair, gave him the chair to go and sit." So I was crying, and I went with the tears were coming out on me, and I entered into my classroom, and my teacher was, "What happened?" I said, "They refused to give me my chair." My teacher also was sad, and everyone they feel sorry for me. And then I came back, and you know, some things like that do happen. Sometimes people took advantage over me. When I tell my dad, he don't know what to do because this government thing. I will look at my dad's eyes, and I will know that he's angry, but he cannot. He don't have power to do. He don't know what to do now. He will say, "No problem. I will work hard again and find you another one."
Right. Right.
Those are the things, you know.
So tell us a little bit about the political landscape too for you growing up. I mean, what were things like? Because you served in the military as well.
Yeah. So, but it's like.
And how far did you go in education before we move on?
Yeah, I went up to high school.
Okay.
I graduated from, but the military side it's like. It's not like it's like intelligence kind of like, so that's why I don't like to talk that too much.
So you don't have to talk about it, but you were in
somehow
the military as well.
in the service, yeah.
So you went through high school, and did you go into the military after that?
After that, but after that then that's when I started doing that under that, and then from there I left that side and I started working for the telecommunication.
You worked for the telecommunications company.
Yeah.
Your English is better than mine.
Yeah. So telecommunication sector. There was one company. It's the biggest company in the country, the whole country. It's called Gambia Telecommunication Company. It's called Gamtel. The short name is Gamtel.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's where I started working as planning. You know, we do planning and designing of networks, of the cable networking. So that's what I started doing until I became a technical officer there. From technical officer, so my reason, that was one of the reasons that triggers me to travel, because I was there. So I couldn't get, because I cannot get my bachelor's, because my degree, because we cannot afford it, and the company did not send me. So when I started that, I was there for 10 years. Before I was promoted, you know, so so I was like, this is gonna be too much. This is gonna be tough for me. I don't know how will I go, because I need to. I cannot be at the same place,
right?
And I need money to pay for my university or to.
But
I look for
the goal was education.
Yeah,
you wanted to get a degree.
Education. I wanted to get a degree. So, and I don't know how to get it. So what I did was, then the GTMI, the Gambia Telecommunication, we have a college, a small college there, so where we study software engineering. So I happen to study like up to a diploma level of software engineering. So that's what I did, and I said it's a an exam conducted in is it Cambridge? Is it in London?
Okay.
It's a link with overseas. So they will send you online, and you do the exam online while you are in the Gambia. That's what I did, and I get a diploma in that, in software engineering.
Nice.
So from there, then my company started recognizing, and then they pushed me straight to an engineer. So that's when I became the planning engineer in Gamtel. So from there, I was like, no, I have to move further. So this is what triggers me to start looking how to come here or London, anywhere I can be able to, get my degree.
And at this point, you had done some education after high school.
Yes.
So it was like the way. Are you familiar with like community college here in the States, where like it's not a 4-year university. You usually get a 2-year degree, but you can get one in like communications or something. So it was something similar to that. You had kind of exhausted as far as the resources were available.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And they had no scholarships?
Yeah, there were scholarships, but it has to be like who you know.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you can get stuff, but before you get there, even the company I work for, they send people. But it's like you have to work hard, like you have to know somebody, the director or a manager.
You got to get your file to the top.
Exactly. Someone has to push you there. That was the biggest thing. So if you don't have things like that, it's tough for you. So when I started, just imagine, I was there. Some people came before me, and they are not even high school product. They are promoted to like maybe senior stuff, and I am still at my place. I couldn't get like up to like even a senior technical officer. I was only a technical officer. They call it TO. I've been there for 10 years. And then after that, then they moved us to, then they realized that we were long overdue. That's when Keba and Ami, there is another lady, Ami Khan was our boss that time. She was the senior technical officer, and we were technical officer, me and Keba and I. So then after, they promoted Keba and I together, and Ami too. So Ami was moved to senior engineer, and they moved us to engineer because we've been there. Ami even was there for more than 11 years in that position, because I met her there.
Right.
And she is still there.
Still there.
Yes, right. The moving was very stagnant. So we were not even moving.
So slow progress.
It was a very, very slow progress. So that's how I moved. And then from there, I said, you know what? I have to start doing something, thinking about going either London or US to further my education, because this cannot even make me survive. Like my salary, so this is it in the Gambia, we survive with rice. If you buy a bag of rice from your salary, and you cannot only buy rice without buying other stuff like vegetables and stuff and your groceries and stuff. But if you take those things from your salary, they have nothing left.
Right.
So now going to work, you have to be struggling. You know how you struggle? By going early morning, standing outside looking for lift. People who have these pickups, double cabin pickups. Pickup like trucks.
Sure.
And then you try to wave, hey, are you going to Banjo? Yes. Then you jump at the back of the truck and sit there. They take you for free. That's how. So you're going to be doing that until the month ends.
So you had to carry your desk and chair to school as a kid.
Oh my
you
God.
had to hitch a ride to save money as an adult to just try to get ahead the slightest little bit.
Exactly.
So what did it look like you coming to the States? How did that all work out?
Yeah, so I tried to apply for schools, and then they gave me some acceptance. But the problem I have that was that if I use the school at that time, I will not get the statements like the bank, what is in my account to finance it. So the embassy might say that, yeah, you cannot provide this and that. So then I came in, and a friend said, okay, you know what, I will invite you, and you come on vacation. Then you can, from there, you can try to go to the school.
Right.
And see, that's how I did. So a friend invited me, and then I came here. When I came, and then I started I said, you know what, so I will go to the college. But then when I went to the college, I realized that I cannot just go to the college. So it was like, I have to get enough strong money and stuff like that. And I have to change my status first and stuff like that.
Right.
So that's when I got, I married here.
Right.
And then things didn't work, but even though, so I started pursuing. I said, but then I got the opportunity to come here. If I did not go to school and I go back to Gambia, I will start from scratch.
Right.
I said, no, that's not. I'd rather start from scratch here than to start back home.
And what did scratch here mean? What position did you have?
I started working as a porter.
Explain for everybody that doesn't know. What does a porter do?
So this is my first job. There's one Senegalese guy. He cleans restaurants.
Right.
And then he told me, if you want a job. And actually, when I came here, just a week, my mom passed away. And she was the one, she inspired us a lot. Like, even, I will come to that. But then she passed away. Just a week. I just came here. I don't even know where I am. I don't know how things are here. I am so new. So therefore, I didn't know a lot of things. And then my mom just passed away. I was here. I didn't even know because I didn't have a phone. I was on Facebook on like a computer, and I see people saying, accept my sympathy. I was like...
That's how you found out about your mother?
Yeah, that's how I found out that my mom has passed away. I was like, oh, no, wait a minute. So I screamed in the house because I was alone. And my mom, how connected I was.
Right.
And when I was coming, she was sitting on the bed praying for me. Like, she was like, may you go there safely, work hard. And, they gave me good advice. I said, yes. And then I came. As I left, the day I got 1 week in this country, that was the day she passed away. So I was like, oh my God, now I'm devastated. So now I said I have to find a job, because now the funeral and stuff, we have this cultural thing like 40 days, prayers and 30 days. So on that one, I have to make sure that I provide something for my family. My mom, my dad cannot, well, that time my dad just retired also. The year I came, that's when he retired. So there's nothing in the house, like no provider. My brothers are going to school, so no provider for the house. I have to do something now. So I said, okay, now what I'm going to do is, so that's when I talked to that Senegalese guy. He said, I do clean restaurants. So I put my egos down, like saying that because I work in a telecom, I'm an engineer and stuff like that. I put that one down aside. I said, no, I'm not even going to worry about what I'm after right now is survival and the survival of my family. So I said, okay. So, and then I started working as a porter, and then they told me, you have to start at midnight. I said, midnight, and I don't know much how to travel. So I went with one guy. The restaurant, they told me, the first day, that was in 2010, that heavy snow that came in New York.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was one of the heaviest snow. That was the very day. It was very snowy. And
didn't snow like that in the Gambia?
Yeah, I've never seen snow. That was the craziest part of it, because I don't know snow. And then that day, it snows very well, and it was very cold. So I walked there. They gave me, the guy who welcomed me, who helped me with his house, and then he gave me a boot and stuff like that. He said, this is what you're going to wear, and then you go. I said, okay, I will go. So I went with the guy. The guy I went to couldn't read writings. So when they told him the address of where we are going, he did not know the address. He did not know the name. I can read and write, but now he couldn't pronounce what I'm supposed to read. So I don't know the address. It's now that I remember, I know the place. It was Essex and Beauty. It's on Essex and Della Street, around that area. Essex, yeah. That was the place. So it's now that I know, because I remember the area. But at that time, I didn't know nothing. I don't know anything. I was like...
So you were taught English like in the Gambia. You speak native whatever, is it Jola?
Jola, I'm a Jola by tribe, but I can speak three languages.
But you were taught English young.
English is our official language.
So you're spoken there. So you could at least, but just to paint the picture, so you're new to the States. Your mother just passed away. You don't even have a phone. You found out through Facebook.
Yes, exactly.
You left the telecommunications job that was moving slowly, but at least you were like an engineer.
Yeah, exactly.
And you come to New York and you have to clean restaurants. Starting at midnight.
Midnight, exactly.
You're
And my first night was the biggest
and
night.
you got to go to the East Village, and it's snowing, and you're with a guy that can't read.
Exactly, and
you can't find the address.
You're gonna find
that
the
was
address.
like that was your first day at work
Oh
in
my
the United
God.
States.
Yeah, and
it's snowing like crazy, and you never seen
oh
snow
my
before.
God, I've never seen. And in fact, sometimes I'll walk into the snow, I'll get stuck. So my friend will be like, okay, we have to help each other. Bring your hand, and I'll give him my hand.
Man, I
and
paid
he will
money
pull
to
me.
see this. This is like the sequel to Coming to America.
Oh my God, exactly.